Hey, what's up guys? I'm Jake from today'siphone.com and here's what's going on this week. The iPad 2 has landed. That's right, the iPad 2 was officially announced at Apple's March 2nd event and it's pretty awesome. Alright, now this thing is 8.8 millimeters thin, which makes it not only thinner than the original iPad, but thinner than the iPhone 4. It's also a little bit lighter than the original iPad, which was 1.6 pounds as opposed to the 1.3 pounds that the new iPad is. It's got two cameras, one on the front with a VGA resolution, and one on the back that takes 720p HD video. It's rocking Apple's next generation dual-core A5 processor. It's got a gyroscope, it's got HDMI out, not to mention it's got the same epic battery life with 10 hours active and a month of standby, and the same 9.7-inch IPS display with a resolution of 1024 by 768 pixels, which is just what the first iPad had. Oh, and Apple also announced this really cool sort of cover magnetic screen protector thing. It's called the Smart Cover, and it basically clips to the side of the device magnetically, and then it just lays on top of the screen, and it doesn't add any bulk or any weight to the device. And what's really cool is that this thing folds up to be a stand if you want it, or it can just cover your screen when you're not using your iPad. And when you put it on your screen, the screen automatically goes to sleep, and when you take it off, it automatically wakes up. Now, unfortunately, there was no mention of iOS 5 at the event, but Apple did announce iOS 4.3 and it will ship on the new iPad, and it will be available for download on all compatible devices on March 11th. Now, iOS 4.3 is a pretty minor upgrade, but some of the cool things are some AirPlay fixes, some Safari boosts, and then we get a couple of new applications like Photo Booth. The iPad gets FaceTime and iMovie and GarageBand. And the iPad will retain the option of choosing whether the little switch on the side is for rotation lock or for mute. Now, as far as pricing goes, it's exactly the same as the old iPad, starting at $499 for the 16 gig Wi-Fi only version. Now, some people are complaining that there wasn't a price drop, and while that would have been nice, if you think about it, Apple really upgraded this device, making it sleeker, thinner, adding a bunch of new features, and was able to keep the price point the same. And that's pretty awesome, and it's very competitively priced against other tablets like the Zoom, which is $800 off contract. Now, that's not to say that the iPad 2 isn't pricey, because it is. $500 for the cheapest version is still a lot of money, so anything you can do to save some cash when you buy your next iPad is definitely a plus. One thing that all first-gen iPad owners should look into is the trade-in system offered by Nextworth. Now, according to this website, the iPad retains up to 65% of its original value, and they're willing to pay that out to you either in cash or in a gift card. So if you have the 16GB Wi-Fi version, you can expect to get somewhere around $225. And this goes all the way up to the Wi-Fi plus 3G 64GB version, where you'll fetch about $390. What's more, Nextworth is partnering with Target, so you'll be able to do in-store trades there. Now, as far as data plans for the 3G version of this device, Verizon seems to be offering a pretty good set of options. 1 gig for $20 a month, 3 gigs for $35 a month, 5 gigs for $50 a month, and 10 gigs a month for $80. Meanwhile, AT&T is offering the same data plans that they had last time, which is 250 megabytes for $15 a month and 2 gigabytes for $20 a month. Now, unfortunately, there are no unlimited plans here, but I'd say Verizon is definitely the way to go. Well, that's it on the iPad 2. Wait. Why do I feel like I'm forgetting something? Oh yeah! It comes in white! Oh, you heard me correctly. The iPad is available in both white and black for every model 3G or Wi-Fi. That's not all. According to Apple, the white version will ship as soon as the black version ships on March 11th. I don't know why I'm talking like this. Now, the white version looks sick, and I asked a couple of you guys on Twitter which one you like, black or white. And white definitely seems to be winning. Let's just say that Apple built this device with a little extra tiger blood. Okay, that is a lot of information on the iPad 2, but I want to know what you guys think. I mean, do you think the upgrades that Apple provided are worthy of, like, buying a second version, or are you going to wait out for the third version? And if you are buying the iPad 2, white or black? Alright, believe it or not, other things did happen this week, so let's move on. AT&T announced this week that they will support the hotspot feature on the iPhone 4 with the iOS 4.3 release on March 11th. Now, this is really cool because obviously people want this on their AT&T phones, And also, the way that AT&T set it up is you get 2 gigabytes of data allotted for the hotspot feature, but if you go over that 2 gigabytes, you don't get charged automatically like you do with Verizon. Instead, you just start dipping into your phone's data plan, which is separate from the hotspot data plan. Now, this means that you have a maximum of 4 gigabytes of hotspot data, but that also means that if you use all that, you can't use any data on your phone. And finally, we have some very interesting information about a possible LTE 4G iPhone. Watch as I butcher this name. Wang Jianzhu, chairman of China Mobile, claims that Steve Jobs is interested in developing a 4G iPhone sometime in the future. He says Jobs has expressed his interest in developing an LTE iPhone and is willing to start development at an early date. I think it's pretty safe to say that we will see a 4G iPhone eventually, just because that's where the technology is going. But the only question now is whether it will be on the iPhone 5 or 6 or 7 or 8. Well, that's it for this week, guys. Thank you very much for watching. And remember, if you have any comments or questions, definitely feel free to follow me on Twitter @TIPJake, and I'll answer your questions to the best of my ability. And as always, for more news, views, and reviews, don't forget to check out todaysiphone.com. High five! Wow!